Providence team. We're not here for anything else to make sure that they know they're not the only people in the gym.
Not a chance! Luke Herringody in the crowd tonight and in the game. Yeah! Everyone is hyped. Former Notre Dame superstar Melissa Henderson, too good to cheer? Oh my God, she's too good to cheer. Ladante, you're a freshman. Ladante, hey Ladante, Ladante.
Hey, tell them. The people came over to us and said we can't yell at the coach. Players are okay, but no yelling at the coach. I'm really bad.
We're in his head. We're in his head.
Because we're in his head.
We're in his head. We're in his head.
We're in his head.
Another quick little news item is Chris Salvi getting a scholarship this spring. Talk about that decision.
Well, I think, any program that's worth its salt needs an outstanding walk-on program, because after 85, the next 20 players are very important, and they're your walk-ons. And so Chris has proven himself in our program. He was one of our better special teams players last year. He's done everything we've asked him to do in representing our program, and we're fortunate and happy that we're able to award him a scholarship. I think it says a lot about our walk-ons and their ability to come in and earn a scholarship as well.
I wouldn't say it was relief. It was more so just pride of just all the years I've played football. And it sounds cliche, but it was always a dream to get, go play as a scholarship player for Notre Dame. I mean, it took a little longer than I wanted it, but in terms of I wanted to get out of high school, but it doesn't always work out how you want. But there's 6 other people in my family. You can't let them down. They've done so much for you. How could you not make them feel good about what you're doing for them as well? It's like a kind of like a team. Helping each other out all the time. So why shouldn't I respect them like they've respected me by accomplishing great things, giving good name to the family. My dad, he's my greatest fan. I don't think he's missed one game my entire college career that I played in. Yeah, for me, the main motivation really to come to Notre Dame, obviously the academics are awesome, but I always wanted to play football here. Big stage, great athletes, best in the country. So I wanted to test myself that way. And I'd grown up watching Notre Dame, so it's just something I wanted to do.
Salvi, how do you feel about him being in the Bengal bouts?
We're excited. He came to us and asked if he could do it, and we thought it was a great idea. He's somebody that really had a passion for wanting to do it, and so we were excited to try to get our players to do other things.
I'd done a little bit of boxing back home, just some training with my brother. My brother Brian, he won it the year before, and unfortunately couldn't go in the championship this year. But yeah, I'd done a little bit the last few years, but I never did it consistently. And then going into, I asked Coach Kelly, and he allowed me to do it because I wanted to do something with my brother, and it was a lot of fun. It was hard though, because I'd have to go from lifting in the morning, waking up early, then I'd go to boxing practice, and I was tired a lot. Adrian's a great fighter, and I think he executed his plan perfectly. I had an idea that's what he was probably going to try to do, because I knew I had some quickness on him and some speed and some power. Coach Diaco, actually, I was at the track meet Saturday morning, and he asked me, he's like, so how do you think you're going to do? And I'm like, I'm not too worried. I got the physical advantages on him. And ironically, my entire college football career has been based off people thinking I'm inferior and me being able to take advantage of that. And I already broke my own rule. I thought it would be a lot easier, but and I let it get to my head. Coach Diaco, he looks me in the face, he goes, you can't take him for granted. If he's not good, then destroy him. But if he's a worthy opponent, you gotta fight the right way and keep to your game plan. First few rounds, I landed a few more punches than he did, and but I was spent. I didn't have much left, and he hit me pretty good in the third round. I had to really dig deep to stay up and keep fighting back. I had figured I'd won the first 2 rounds by a decent enough amount, and I actually recently just watched the video of it this morning, and I thought I'd got pummeled a little more than I did in the third round. Maybe the crowd's influence had something to do with that. After my showboating in the second round, I don't think they liked that too much. It was fun though. I like getting booed.
In the 188-pound division, representing the gold corner, Chris "Not Brian" Salvi.
Where do you see your role on this team next year?
Being one of the top special teams contributors. We lost some DBs this year, so if I got to step in anywhere at DB, I'm ready to. I've been in this system. This is my 3rd year in the system at defense, so I know we got some great players, but I'm ready to compete for positions.
Well, I've always felt in my career that if you can get players that can handle their academics and then help the other sports at the university, I think that's a great way to do business, so to speak. There's nothing like duplicating competition. My first year here, we needed to really focus our guys on football and getting into a good routine. Year 2 allowed us now to open up the opportunity for guys that if they can help other sports, that they could do that. So I think it's in my background more than anything else that I've done it as a head coach over a number of years, and just feel like there's great benefits.
The last regime that preceded Coach Kelly was not real bullish on us having football players run track. But we've had many track kids in the past. Tim Brown was a pretty good track athlete and a pretty good football player. Rocket, Greg Bell, Alan Rossum, Willie Clark, Bobby Brown. We've had a history of football players running. We can make them faster.
And how do you do that? Is it technique?
Brilliant coaching.
Brilliant coaching.
Actually, I'm blessed to have a great assistant by the name of Alan Turner, and Alan himself was a 45-second quarter miler, and he really knows the craft. And so they're going to get faster by training every single day and by doing the proper drills and having the opportunity to get in and compete.
Basically, the track coaches were really pushing, and me and myself on trying to get out here. I wasn't sure coming in because I wanted to do both. Coming in, I wasn't sure with grades and everything. Thankfully, I did good enough in the first semester where I can come out here and compete. And I'm just thankful for the chance, Coach Haley giving me, so taking advantage of it. It's exciting. It's just a good time, and it's just trying to get better in track as well as football, and it's a good thing to do 2 sports and represent ND football in the track and field.
It's a lot of work, but it's kind of good, to get away from something for maybe a few hours of the day, instead of football, run track, and compete, meet new people. I got a chance to meet a lot of new great kids on the team, and I've really been enjoying it so far.
Yeah. How close are they to their high end of times? Are they close? Not at all.
Not even close.
Yeah.
No. Because they've only been training for a few weeks, and we get them for an extended period of time. And I realize spring ball is coming up, and we're going to have to say goodbye to them for a while during spring ball. Hopefully, they'll be coming back to us post spring ball. And I think that 1375 for Bennett is only the start. 1059 for George is just the start, and the same thing for Josh, just the start. They can be very, very good track athletes.
When you're recruiting kids who are top-notch athletes, does being able to say, "Hey, come run track in the spring too"?
It does now. I think we can clearly say, "Look, we can give you this opportunity. You can win a championship too." So, moving forward, certainly it will be part of our recruiting presentation if somebody's interested in doing both.